Greetings. My name is Mitch Mitchell, and today we're going to talk follower counts on social media. You know, I'd love to have hundreds of thousands of followers on all my social media platforms. I probably would be doing really well. I would be on Tonight shows and all these other kinds of things, and I would be a happy guy. But you know what? I don't have those kind of numbers. There are very few people who have those kind of numbers that are real. Let me tell you about my numbers. Here on YouTube, I have two channels. This channel, I have about 412 subscribers, and on my other channel, I have about 230. Nowhere close to the thousands of subscribers you need on each channel to even begin to think about monetizing your sites. Now, you can add affiliate ads, but I'm talking about monetizing so that YouTube sends advertisers to your site so that you can make your little chunk of change. Very little chunk of change, but we're not going there right now. So that's what I have on YouTube. On Twitter, I have about 4,700 people who are following me. Like I said, I know people who have hundreds of thousands and are not actors or actresses or musicians or politicians or whatever. Athletes. Nothing like that. But we're going to come back to them. On LinkedIn, I have close to 1,000. I might even be over 1,000 now. People that I'm connected to. But it used to be a heck of a lot more. But that's where that number is. And on Facebook, I have 494 friends. Actually, that sounds really good, but there are people who have thousands of friends that they're connected to. My business page on Facebook has just over 400 people who are following that page. Let's see, what else do I have? Instagram. I have somewhere around 300 people who are following me on Instagram. That's not necessarily so bad, but in many ways you can't make money off that few people. You actually can in certain ways. For instance, if you have a specified product where you have a small group of people and you can charge enough money, you really only need 100 people and you can live well. I don't have that though. And very few people I know have that, but there are the couple who I have met who can generate tons of money like that with really only 2 people. But it works in certain industries. It doesn't work for everything. So I would love to increase my numbers. But let's talk about numbers for a little bit. Let's go back to Twitter. Although I have 4,700 people following me, I'm barely following more than 1,100. Because I don't just up and follow everybody because they're following me. If I did, I would have these giant numbers. Now, like I said, we're going to exclude athletes and entertainers for the moment and politicians. If you exclude those people, have you noticed that anyone who has over 100,000 of people following them are also following that number of people? The same thing happens on LinkedIn. The same thing happens everywhere else. In order to get big numbers, you have to follow big numbers. But you can't engage with that many people. I don't know anyone who's going to talk individually to 100,000 people. You may be able to create a video or something that you can put out to 100,000 people, but you can't talk to all those people. You can't do it on Facebook either. This 494 friends are not really 494 friends. I know a lot of those people, but they just may be acquaintances. I may have read their blog once or twice. We may have met at a conference, but they're not really friends. That's on Facebook. That's the same on LinkedIn. And you have to be a little bit more judgmental in the people who you're going to follow. What are you getting out of it? If you're following someone just to get other people to follow you, then you're fake. Now, many years ago, there was one of these social media pundits who said that you follow tons of people to get tons of people so that when you put something out, you have a lot of people helping to share your content. Well, that sounds pretty good. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of people who share content are not reading any of that content. They're just sharing it, hoping to get someone else to like them and then share their stuff. But if everyone is sharing and no one's reading, are you really doing anything? Not if you ask me. So the question comes down to, what are you willing to do for numbers? I mean, if you're just willing to just try to get all the numbers you can, is that really enough? Is that really going to benefit your business? Here I am on Instagram. I think I'm following less than 150 people. I may be following less than 100. I really don't know. Because you just can't keep up with all these people. And most of the people who follow me, I don't think most of those people stay for long. How can they be interested in me? I'm sharing mainly food pictures. I wouldn't follow me for that. So think about that. What are you willing to try to do for legitimate numbers? Not just high numbers, but legitimate numbers. Numbers that are going to really bring some kind of benefit to you and your life or your business. Give me an idea. Y'all let me know. My name is Mitch Mitchell. I hope you have a wonderful week.